How's it going, guys? Trey Clark here, as I usually am, and I'm going to jump right into this as I usually do. Now, oddly enough, this is not going to be about rising up or the COVID virus or 90% of everything that we're hearing right now. What I'm going to talk to you is about how flat Earth ties into everything. And I know that sounds weird, but let me just explain. I'm not a flat earther. I don't know that the Earth is flat. I don't have a rocket to go up and look down from. I don't have a balloon or anything like that. So I'm not claiming to know that the Earth is just this endless plane. I know the models. I've looked into it, and let me tell you why. I know that it's not a ball that's about 25,000 miles around. I know that. That is a fact. And I can prove it every day, all day. I can go down to the beach on Corpus Christi Bay and look over to Ingleside. It's about 13 miles. You can check it on Google Earth, and I can do it live. I've tried to post it several times, and it gets taken down and flagged, which right there, that's problematic to me. Why would you take down just a video of what I'm doing and call it disinformation? So that hurts the other side's cause. I wouldn't do that if I was, being bombarded with someone accusing me, like we do with NASA, of misbehaving with information. I would just let it sit and let, the smart people that we are, most of us, do what they do. But I have the same basic education as most people. And what happened was I got a camera after looking at some videos, and I thought it was funny. I thought it was silly. And I was going to get the same camera that everyone else was using and go prove everyone wrong. Now, what you might not know is that most people that believe that at least the Earth is not what they say it is start out with this idea, I'm going to debunk this. So what happened was I got the camera, and I actually had, as crazy as it sounds, a conversation with the camera because I was a science fiction freak and all this stuff, and wanted to be an astronaut, daydreamed about going to the moon one day. And here I am, in my 40s with a camera. And I remember just thinking, if I can see to Ingleside, 13 and a half miles roughly, depending on the coast, everything's wrong. So I got on my elbows to make sure that I wasn't standing up too tall or whatever, right there on the water. And sure as shit, I could see the other side. So I thought about it for a day or two and ruled out a few things to make sure that I wasn't missing something. And I'm not a trig major, or I'm pretty good with photography, but not videography, which is what I was doing. So anyway, I ruled out some things, and I came to the conclusion that, yes, I can see it about a foot, maybe sometimes two, depending on the atmosphere of the day. I did it over and over and over and over again. I could see across to the other side. So after I got over the punch in the gut to go, all right, something's really wrong here, and it's bigger than just I can see the other side. And I certainly wasn't one of those people that said, what I want to do is be made fun of for the rest of, the next couple of years. Who knows how long. So that was not where I was. So I deal with the public. I'm a musician. I don't want to be the weird guy that doesn't have a degree in theoretical physics and all this stuff, or trigonometry. So I sought some help and found out that there were like-minded people. What I want to also get across is that once I started doing that, I was really excited. I was sitting there videoing things that I shouldn't be able to video. Almost like probably the same excitement you would get if you videoed like the Loch Ness Monster or an alien or something like that. You would bring it to someone else. And to me, I just started posting stuff online. And what I got was not what I expected. I was excited to sit here and go, hey guys, and to friends, family, go, hey, check this out. There's something here. I expected to get kind of this wave of, oh my gosh, are you serious? It like genuine, wow. Okay, explain to me what I'm looking at. And then, you go through how you figure out the curve of the earth and the camera that I'm using and where I was, and you do all that. And what I found was very surprising. Fucking no one wanted to hear about it. Nobody. And not only did no one want to hear about it, I started getting called names by people. Now, keep in mind, I have been divorced twice. And within about the first 2 or 3 months, I've never been called so many foul names. I mean, even like you could smell Satan's breath through my video. And I mean, seriously, and I'm sure a lot of it's hyperbole and trolling and stuff. But, I'm pretty thick-skinned. I got a good sense of humor. But after a couple of months, you're like, there's nobody. There's nobody that I'm talking to, my friends or whatever, that are smart, and going, hey, can someone give me a reason to quit fucking with this? And the answer is, you're an idiot. Stop. Quit doing that. Quit digging around. Well, to me, that's problematic right there. Just that one, if you just isolate that problem, that is huge. That means people don't like it. That means it's more like a religion. You're spitting on my Jesus type thing. And let me tell you, it's not fun. I've been alienated by friends, family, been ridiculed publicly, and all these things. And I've never made fun of anyone for believing what I grew up knowing to be true. When I say people come after you, it is amazing. I didn't see it coming. It didn't even dawn on me that I would make people mad. I've had people cry at the table. People that are close to my family. Just because they thought they heard me say something about asking a question that had to do with math, trying to figure something out about flat earth. And all I was doing was just searching. And it was at a busy brunch in a restaurant. It was bizarre. If I can say, hey, I'm not really sure that what they tell us is true, and you find your stomach quench up and you want to say, well, you're a fucking idiot. Obviously, you are retarded. Those types of things, which that's nice compared to what a lot of the comments are. If you find yourself in that place, you need to check yourself, because it's a valid question, especially if I can say, all right, so have you done any experiments? And you say, well, no. Okay, well, how do you know it's round? How do you know it's a spinning ball? Well, because they said so. Well, then we've got a problem right there, because they also said this COVID-19 thing is a real thing, right? And now people are starting to buy their tinfoil hats at a higher price than they used to come. So the idea that I'm trying to project is that quit ridiculing this thing that actually holds water. Haha, I guess there's a pun there, because spinning balls do not hold water. But the idea does. I do it all the time. And no one wants to follow it up with me. I talked to a guy tonight who kind of called me out. It's like, you want to do a debate? I said, I'll do you better than that. I'll do a live stream and video what I've done about 200 times a block away from my front door. I think people think that there's something like religious, and I've got some thoughts on this, but about the movement, that it's like we're some kind of cult. Well, cults have to gather, and they have to have a leader and all this stuff. The Flat Earth movement has no leader. There's no consensus needed. It's just people that gather information and they share it. That's it. There's no pope. There's no tithing. So let me wrap this up. One, we can see too far. I can prove it every day, all day. There's a problem with the origin of NASA. You got Werner von Braun, you got Parsons, who's a devil worshiper. Von Braun was a Nazi scientist, and you got L. Ron Hubbard. who was, Scientologist guy. So those guys were kind of the guys that Parsons was a devil worshiper, Satanist. And you got a problem with physics, and you have a problem with gyroscopes and all kinds of physics. The way the planes land, the way that the atmosphere works, according to a spinning ball Earth model. And the main thing is really, other than we can see too far, the other mic drop is the way people react, the way people get crazy. I guess it's like, when you're getting fired at, you're flying over the target. And I can't shake that. And the main reason is, I think that they've tricked us into thinking that science is a religion. So think about that. Think about how you feel about when someone questions your science. My name is Trey Clark, and I'm out. Ask yourself questions. Do your own research.